My dear friends, today's gospel passage is a continuation of the series of missionary instructions the Lord gave to his followers, particularly the 12 apostles. Missionary instructions, specific missionary instructions. And since by virtue of baptism we believe that we are all missionaries in our own little ways, depending on our state of life, then we can say to ourselves, these exhortations also apply to us. So we might as well identify the 5 major exhortations articulated by the Lord to all Christian missionaries. The first one, a Christian missionary must always remember a basic truth. And what is the truth? There is a God, and we are not Him. We are creatures, not creator. We are disciples, not the master. And there is a sense of consolation in acknowledging that, because that triggers in us humility, dependence on the one from whom all good things come. So that's the first. We are not God. So let's not play God. Let's not behave as if we can control everything. Let's give up control. Surrender that to God. We are not gods. There is a God. We are not God. Second, my dear friends, we need to remember also that we have to derive security and safety from the splendor of the truth, not from specious reasoning or deceptive lies. Why? Yes, lies can sometimes save us from trouble, but eventually evil will be exposed for what it truly is. Munigiingon sa Ebanghelyo. For further reflection, kindly pray over Proverbs chapter 26, verses 23 to 28. Proverbs 26, verses 23 to 28. That's the second exhortation. The third exhortation, we should fear separation from God more than the threat to our earthly life and happiness. In doing God's work, we might as well be ready to take risks rather than be safe doing evil, but eventually would suffer separation from God, because the former entails the derailment of our eternal destiny. We cannot afford to fail in that regard, because that judgment is eternal, forever. It's okay to suffer here in this world temporarily, but not in the next, because it would be eternal. Fourth exhortation, as we work hard to fulfill our respective duties and responsibilities in life, we must trust in God's generosity. We must trust that God knows what is best for us, so that whether He allows us to succeed or to fail, whether He allows us to be healthy or to get sick, whether He allows us to live or to die, in our hearts we should say, no, whether I live or die, I belong to God. Whatever happens to us, good or bad, He knows. And that knowledge is more than enough. At least God knows. He knows what to do with me. He knows I'm suffering now. He knows I'm afraid now. And finally, my dear friends, we must live and love in such a way that our manners and our conduct redound to God's greater glory and honor. Our kind of witness should lead to God's glorification. I hope and pray that from now on, these 5 exhortations will determine the direction of our lives. May they become our priorities, so that in the end, what the Lord promises in today's gospel will be ours, that before God, He will acknowledge us. Amen.